Do 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 do. What the?
Did someone say Jurassic Park?
No, Steve.
Oh.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fun Finds in Jurassic Park, where we look at the goofs page of Jurassic Park on IMDb and figuring out if some of the goofs there are fact or fiction. We're going to be looking at a two-in-one goof where it basically says the same thing, and we figure out maybe why that's not the case. You'll understand in a moment. And we will also be looking at some inconsistencies with ice cream containers, and also why someone's hair is perfectly coiffed after being electrocuted. But first, let's go with our first two goofs, which is essentially a two-in-one, which is basically asking, hey, why are a lot of the workers of Jurassic Park leaving early on in the movie? It doesn't make sense for everyone to leave because of the tropical storm, because the island has safety measures in case of a tropical storm. So there's a lot of confusion there. And according to a Google search that I did, it's basically because it's the weekend. I also think it's because logistically, for filming a movie in general, the people in charge and or production just didn't want to have too many extra actors or background actors walking around because, less money, less people to worry about when you're making a couple $1 million budget movie and you want it to be successful. So the less people, the better. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's not. But that seems to make sense to me, at least, so what can you do? Now, for the next goof, we will be discussing the case of the mysteriously appearing and disappearing ice cream, where when Ellie and Hammond, or should I say Dr. Sattler and Hammond, are having their conversation about the flea circus and whatnot, we see Ellie walking in and sitting at the table, but before that she leans forward pretty far and you can see a tub of ice cream that's pretty far in front of her to where as she reaches forward she can't get it. But then there's a shot change and you can see a smaller tub of ice cream that's somewhat closer to her that you can't see in this shot right here. So maybe there was some mistakes that happened, maybe it was moved and the continuity person didn't really mind, but as you can see here, she leans forward and she shouldn't be able to lean forward not that far and be able to reach the ice cream, but I am not a good judge of perspective. Anyway, moving on, we are discussing why in the world Tim's hair went from frizzy to neat during the kitchen scenes and why the red body juices disappeared from his ear. Because you see here, this is post-electrocution, and you can see red body juices in his ear and his hair frizzy. Here's a little bit slow motion. Because when Lex and Tim are being chased by the velociraptors in the kitchen, you can see that his hair is neatly styled and there's no red body juices in his ear. See here? You can see no red body juices. It's clean. How can that be? Now we go on to our final goof. Now, during the theater scene, we see Hammond pressing a button and the first row of bars going down. But after they go down, you can see past Dr. Grant's head, and you see that the next row of bars don't go down. But then there's a quick shot change of the inside of the laboratory looking at the main characters spinning, and you can see that the second and third row of bars have gone down. So it is a little bit of a goof, it seems, right there. And with that, we have reached the conclusion of Fun Finds in Jurassic Park. I hope you had a wonderful time. I had a wonderful time researching all this. It's really cool. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.